Welcome back to Financial Freedom with Jewel. Did you know there's a way to pay off your mortgage not using a HELOC or a PLOC, but if you save at least 25% of your income, you can pay that mortgage off in as little as 7.5 years. But you know me, give me one moment. I'll be right back.
I'm a stranger,
Okay, I'm back. As stated before, you do not have to take out a HELOC. I get it. Some folks are risk averse if they don't want to do a HELOC because let's face it, your home is a collateral. If you miss those payments for any reason, your home is gone. Also, you may say, I don't take out a PLOC, personal line of credit. I don't want to do it. I understand that. And also with HELOCs, remember, the rates are variable. It goes up and it goes down. Your payment can be up and it can be down. Some folks like stable like a table. I get it. But some folks, let's face it, they have bad credit or their credit's not where it should be at. And they just can't finagle and work with their credit unions or bankers to give them a line of credit or to give them a home equity line of credit because their credit's not good. But let's say they really have good income. Let's look at their income, you guys. We all make mistakes. Let's get back on track. Let's pay this house off in 7.5 years. Okay, income. This couple has $7,000. $5,250 is for their expenses. Look at that cash flow. That cash flow is $1,750. Now I'm going to tell you something. You know me, I always say, if you don't tell your money where to go, you're going to wonder where it went. If you let that money just sit there without being strategic with it, I've done it before. You're going to blow it every single month after month. Let's target the money. By that, I mean, let's put it to work for us. In this case, it's going to be the mortgage. $300,000 mortgage, 4% interest rate. They don't move off of that. I get it. They're sitting on a cash flow of $1,750 a month. Now, notice I had the expenses. You guys, those expenses are a mortgage of $1,850, insurance, subscriptions, and credit cards, and fund money. We do have fund money. We do Velocity Bank and always teach. Take out something for yourself, only because if you're doing this and you want to keep doing it and doing it, you have to be motivated. So I say to motivate yourself every single month, do something for you. If you enjoy movie, date nights, you enjoy getting your manicures and pedicures, go ahead and do it. Now, I will say this caveat. If you proportion less towards your fund money, you can put more towards your debt, but you don't have to do that with Velocity Banking. But I digress. Let's go back to this chart. We're looking at that $1,750. I want you to know something. When I talked about their mortgage, $300,000 mortgage at 4% interest rate. Their payment per month is basically principal and interest only, not talking about taxes or insurance. Principal and interest. That payment is $1,400 and about $30. Okay, I want you to pay attention. Interest, the banker's portion for borrowing $300,000, he's going to make them pay out of the $1,430. You have to give the bank $1,000 a month interest alone. It's like the cost of doing business because you borrowed his money. He's going to allot $430 to your principal. That's it. Okay, that's why it's called a 30-year mortgage. Okay, you guys. And also, I want you to think about something here. If you're paying $1,000 to him and you're only giving $430 towards your principal, it's going to take you a long time to bring down that principal. But don't forget, we have a cash flow of $1,750. I'm going to propose this. $1,000. You're making your payment every single month. Your $1,430, it's got to go there, right? Okay, he's getting $1,000. Let's take that $1,750 and that $430. That gives you $2,180, which means you're going to make an additional $2,180 towards your principal alone. Now that payment still has to, the total payment is still $3,180. Okay, we get that. So you've gone from $1,800 a month to making a larger payment, but you're strategically targeting that with your principal payment. Don't just put it in there. You want to be very, very distinct and let the bankers know, listen, I know I'm getting $430 on my principal, but I want to add an additional $1,750 to that principal, which means, you guys, they have to allocate that towards what you tell them to do it. If you don't tell them, they're going to throw it on the back end of that and say, okay, great, you're paying your mortgage, good job. No, you want to tell them, put that on my principal, because as we run that principal down, guess what? They cannot continue to get all that interest. And if you rinse and repeat this, that $2,180 every single month, you're going to pay that house off. It actually, you guys, is 7.3 years. I've done the math. I said 7.5 just to be on the safe side. I want you to notice something here. If you do it the 30-year way, the banker's way, you're going to stack that banker. He's going to pocket $215,609. He's going to pocket all that, okay? And if you do it this way right here, he's going to pocket interest. but he's not going to pocket as much as what he would have. He's only going to pocket $38,432 in interest. You're going to save $177,177 in interest alone. You can't beat that strategy. You haven't gotten a second job. You haven't taken out a HELOC. You're not doing the collateral thing. You're not taking out a PLOC. But guess what? You're paying your mortgage off fast. I take 7 years over 30 years any day. Also, I want you to think about something. Do you realize, let's say you decide after 5 years, you know what? I don't care about paying the house off. 5 years I've been here. I'm getting what they call the bug. I'm itching. I want something new. Can you imagine how much of that interest you've actually taken away from him because you pay down your principal? Let's say you would go to sell that home. Let's say you would have made maybe $50,000 doing it his way. When you go and sell that home because you paid down all that principal, guess what? You may pocket $100,000 to $125,000, which is awesome, you guys. So even if you don't plan on staying in your home to pay the home off, if you stay in that home and you did this method, you're going to have far more at the table at closing when you go to settle the deal and decide to sell the home. Or let's say you want to build up your real estate portfolio. It's a wonderful thing to go ahead and get into a house, sit there for 7.5 years, pay it off in record time. 7.5 years, not 30 years, not sitting there 3 times what he's wanting you to do to give him all the interest and you're saving money. You can rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Also, I want to encourage you to remember something. When we do it this way, I know we're allotting all this money over here, the $1,750. Let's also consider in that time, you're probably going to get a raise. You're probably going to see your income go up. You're probably going to be able to allot more money to your principal. But also, I want you to realize something. If things were to go the other way and you could not do this strategy, let's say something came up, you had to maybe put a new engine in your car. Don't worry about it. You have that cash flow. Go ahead and use that. Pay it off. Take care of those things. The thing about doing it this way, you guys, is if you got off track, you can always get back on track because you know how to pay your bills down aggressively. This works for credit cards, student loans, any debt that you have. Car loans, it works. So the goal is, don't worry about the HELOCs or the PLOCs. Let's focus on just getting out of debt. The cash flow, you guys, don't let it just sit there. Let it just have fun and just sit there and say, oh, I got $1,700 and you're blowing it as you move along. Let's be strategic. Let's target that money. Let's go ahead and get our bills paid down. Let's pay off these mortgages. Hey, everything else is speeding up. Why can't your mortgage can't? It can. It's just that you lack the knowledge until now. As they say, you guys, it's simple math. The numbers don't lie. They're right here. So if you found worth in this video, I'm going to encourage you to not only like it, but subscribe. Not only subscribe, but share and tell your friends to subscribe. There is no way with all this information that people should be staying in a 30-year mortgage. But caveat, you have to be a disciplined person and make more than you spend. Then that's what we call true financial freedom, because you're no longer the slave, but you're actually running the show. Until the next time, to the next video, I'm Jewel, Dividend Friend. I'm here until you win. Bye-bye.